Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So yeah, you bring up a good point in fires and that. So you went low carb. What's low carb to you? Because nowadays we live in this
I mean, I'm not
different
extreme.
variations. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good.
I added natural carbs back in, like sweet potato, much later. Like
Okay.
I still eat sweet potato and like almonds and stuff like that, but all the bread and stuff, I don't bring that in my house. What was your question again? I'm sorry. What was
Yeah,
it?
no, what's
Oh, what is low carb? What
what
is
did
low
low
carb?
carb look like for like
So
your average diet what you were doing?
just meat and vegetable. I eat as many veggies I can think of. If I want carrots, broccoli, spinach, kale, mushrooms, tomatoes, pick whatever. I eat all that. It ain't no limit on that. And just eat that with the meat and I'm fine. Avocado, I still have that. I just again, you ain't gonna see no white rice, no brown rice, no bagels, no none of that. But I
I
still,
got you.
it's really a normal meal if you think about it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. We've just been so used to, let's
Right.
say, over portioned,
Correct.
with everything
Right.
that is normal now.
Right.
How did you like to prepare your food? As far as like you like to grill, air fry,
Yeah, I love
bake.
the grill. I love the grill. I hate
Okay.
the air fryer. Air fryer does
Okay.
not me. I
Okay, you
don't.
know what? I want to ask you about that too because I did see on your IG stories you were grilling. I think it was either some chicken or
Yeah,
something
yeah, yeah,
a couple
yeah,
weeks ago.
yeah. I
Tell me
can't
about
do
your
it.
air fryer and I see where we have
I just
similarities.
I don't like it. It just don't taste. I don't know what it is. I just can't get into it. I
It's
just can't.
not in comparison to the oven for me. It doesn't the meat isn't as tender. You know what I mean? That's what I found out for me because I cook a lot of chicken,
Hmm.
chicken thighs precisely,
I love chicken thighs
and
too.
yeah,
Yeah.
chicken thighs. But like when you do them in the oven and then you put them in the air fryer, I just noticed that the air fryer, the meat is just like tight. You know what I mean? It's not
Hmm.
as because it's like it's dark meat. How can this now almost have the similar texture as almost like white meat? And I've
Right.
tried all types of temperatures before anybody gets in the comments section. If you got it too hot, trust me, I read the directions. I've been cooking for the last 20,
Yeah, I
25
see
years.
you all the time. I see you
You
all the time.
understand what I'm saying? And it's okay if it doesn't do it, just as an oven. I can just say this. I just prefer to cook mine, in the oven. We got a lot of, quick cooks out here probably listening to the podcast or just watching, or just you see them on Instagram or Facebook, social media. The air fryer is cool, but in comparison, in my
Right. Right.
experience, in comparison to the oven, it doesn't match up. I thought it did. I thought it would make things more convenient, but it can be used in a pinch if that's the
Right.
case. You know what I'm
Right. Right.
saying? But as far as
Exactly.
like if I'm gonna take
Exactly.
my time with it, like I asked you, how do you like to prepare? Grill. What is your favorite thing
Mhm.
to grill? What is your favorite meat to grill?
Salmon.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
actually a simple cook. Like if something got too many steps, I ain't doing it. I know you
Yeah.
like to cook. I actually hate it so much. Like if it got too many steps, I'm cool. Like I'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm good.
I got you. I got you. Because
I'm
even
not good.
firing that grill up, so you got a charcoal or gas grill.
No, that's gas. That's
Okay,
gas.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've done the charcoal, and man, I've probably converted more into gas last 2 years. I'm like, all I got to do is just
They
turn
say
this
the
switch on.
charcoal. Yeah, exactly. They say it ain't that good for you neither. I don't know how
You know,
true it is, but
yeah, it ain't the same like it was probably about maybe about 8 years ago. It's like you got to use more now.
hmm.
That's how I see it. You know what I mean? They started cheaping stuff out, but you already know how that goes. So
Right.
when you were on your new weight loss journey and you dropped, let's say your first 20, when did that come and how did that make you feel?
Oh, I was happy. I was, when you start moving, when you see that scale start coming down, it starts to be a rush every Saturday when you're getting on it. It
Okay,
starts to be, you feel like you're getting your life back because the truth is when you very overweight, you're depressed.
true.
You know, I don't know if anybody's going to agree with this, but this whole little movement they got saying you being happy fat and all that little fat shame is not true. Like you're depressed. You're not happy with that. Nobody's happy with that. You don't even feel like yourself. So I was excited, man. I'm not.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I was just interviewing my man's a couple weeks ago, last week, and he's saying the same thing.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
he started off 475, and he's 6'4". I was Brandon Bullock. Shout out to Brandon. 6'4", 475 pounds. And you're 300, you were say over 300. And how tall are you now?
6 foot.
6 foot. And I was over 400 and I'm 6'3". So we're all tall and we're all big men. You know what I mean? And during that time, it's just the attitude problem is up to here. You know what I mean? You're not, and you're taking it out on other things, other people, how you respond to people. You know what I'm saying? Your social interactions can be kind of quick and curt, you know, because you're, what do they call that now? Projecting. You know, you're projecting. And like, no, you're right. I stand by you in that case, to where it's like, with social media, we all see it as it's like a highlight reel. Everybody's smiling, and you know, nobody's saying that you have to be depressed because you're big, but this whole thing as if there's nothing wrong. People see us now as if we weren't that, or even to say worse, we're probably where they are. You know what I mean? Because so we can talk from that standpoint of it's like, nah, you ain't that. You know what I mean? And some people may, but that might be a cloak, and that's fine. But in all reality is that you got to do better. And if you drop that weight, I promise you, if you say that you're happy now, you'll be happier. These are just, you know what I mean? Like everybody I've interviewed says the same exact thing. And until somebody can really train their mind to be around that, to accept that, then people are going to keep, you know, fronting, you know, because there's nothing.
We live in a very soft society, and truth be told, it's hard to actually look in the mirror and tell yourself, I need to do the work. I'm a fat slob. I'm lazy. I make terrible choices, and I need to change. It's hard to really say that, you know. Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
You know, nobody.
But you have to have those hard truths. You have to have those hard truths with yourself. And who else should keep it more realer with you than the person in the mirror?
If you can lie to yourself, you're a tough person. I mean, if you can lie to anybody but yourself. Because you know when you wake up in the morning and you walk in bed, you look in the mirror, you know, you know how you feel.
Yeah, you know how you feel. Your clothes ain't feeling right, and it's like, all right, so what are you going to do with that information? Are you going to, you know, put some makeup on and take an aerial selfie, you know, and put a smile on your face with a filter on it? You know what I mean? And that's not you. You're going to keep doing that. That's really self-abuse. That's really self-abuse. That's really self-abuse. So when that weight on that scale after that 20 pounds and you started feeling those clothes loosening up, what was your workout routine while you were doing that? Because I'm more diet than anything, because you can work out as much as you want. Because I went through that for a little while too. I'm working out very hard. And I'm just like, what the hell? And it's the kitchen, man. Like the kitchen is king. Like, I don't know how to stress that more. The kitchen is king. You can do all the fancy workouts that you've seen on Instagram. Until you start acting right at home, you ain't gonna do nothing. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. I was just telling my client this same thing. Similar last week. It's like, I don't really like how weight loss is being sold or projected. And it's like, okay, I'm looking for, you know, 5 people who want to lose, you know, 20 pounds, and it's a shot of them working out. I'm like, man, you know good and well that's not how you do it. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't it. You know, take a shot of you teaching these people what to cook, how to cook, the calorie intake.
But you know most trainers have never been fat, though.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right.
They don't even understand it mentally. So only thing they think is, let me get you in here and pound you out, and maybe that'll create discipline. Like, no, they don't know what it's like. Yeah. It's better to be somebody like you who actually been through it. Yeah. You know, that's just like me going to work at a rehab. I've never been addicted to nothing. I'm not gonna connect. You see what I'm saying? Right. Because food is an addiction. They say sugar is more addictive than cocaine. That's what they say.
Yeah, I mean, it's in everything. It's in everything. Why, you know, we couldn't stop eating just one chip. Right. You know, they even got that as what wasn't that somebody's slogan? You can't just eat just one. You know what I mean? And everything got, you know what I'm saying, sugar in it. So yeah. So when you dropped the 20 and then you went to 50, what was that like when you lost that first 50?
Man, I was so focused. I just wanted it to keep going. I was actually, because I'm big, I love me some nice clothes. So I was already buying clothes I couldn't fit. Like, I was buying smaller stuff to keep me motivated, because I know I'm going to fit into this eventually. You know, that's what I did. That's what I did to keep myself going. You know, once you
Yeah.
start seeing your face swim up, though, you kind of you ain't gonna stop. You know, you ain't gonna
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
That's a
had
good feeling too.